Hi there, it's Katie Baccus with the Baccus Realty Group. Hope you're all doing well and hanging in there. Gosh, we are in strange times, aren't we? I wanted to make a video. I hope it's of value to you. Just sharing my experience and my team's experience around the market and how busy we are and really what we're hearing behind the scenes. So, you know, it's interesting. I have this conversation with clients all the time, and it seems like it's very, very divided. There's very vast opinions on what's going to happen in our market. You have one side of people that are completely banking on this market to crash. Prices are at an all-time high. There's nowhere to go from here. And ultimately, in a year or two, our market's going to crash and we're going to depreciate. I've heard 10%. I've heard up to 40%. And then we have the other group of people that are thinking, you know, as long as our inventory remains low, and it is historically low, and the demand is still there, interest rates are low. The Feds just came out stating that they're not going to change interest rates until 2022. That's crazy. As long as the buyer demand is there, prices will continue to increase. So my clients that are banking on this crash, I'm just encouraging them to really rely on data. First of all, no one knows what's going to happen in this market in a year or two. We just don't. And if anyone's telling you that they do know, I would run fast because no one truly knows. If I knew and if I had a crystal ball, I'd be a very wealthy woman. But we just don't know. So what we can go off of is data and what's going on now, and of course predict from there. So we all know in business, pricing is dictated by supply and demand. Right now we have very shortage supply. We have very low inventory. There's not many homes on the market, and COVID certainly did not help with that. But the buyer demand and buyer interest is still there, if not more. So interest rates are historically low. You know, buyers that have remained employed and feel strongly that they will remain employed want to buy. We have so many people still moving to Arizona, even through this pandemic. We have companies moving here. And I just don't see that solving itself or becoming a more balanced market unless that solves itself somehow. So either we need to have a ton more homes hit the market, and I'm meaning like thousands of homes hit the market, or we'd have to have a shift that changes the trajectory of buyer demand, essentially. So yeah, it's just a really interesting conversation going on right now. And really the way that I'm encouraging my clients is, if you're confident that you will remain employed, you're going to hang on to your job, you find a home that you're comfortable with that monthly payment, buy the home. This is your home. You know, this isn't an investment. This is a home that you genuinely want to live in. You can probably give it a 5 to 10 year commitment. If the market were to shift, you'll ride that out. But really, I want to dial into the monthly that you're comfortable with. If you're out there renting, I mean, that certainly cannot offer you any type of comfort right now. The rental market in some areas in the valley has appreciated by 19% year over year. So your landlord could be increasing your rent every single year. I mean, there's just no comfort in that. So why not buy a property, get locked into a monthly payment for the next 30 years, a 30-year mortgage that's never going up? There has to be comfort in that, just knowing that a landlord can't jack up the price on you. So that's really the focus is, you know, we'll ride out these shifts, whatever the market's going to do, and it's inevitable. The market shifts just like the stock market. But if you're comfortable with that monthly price, I would really, really encourage you to genuinely get into home ownership, and sooner rather than later, because if this market doesn't slow down and it continues to appreciate, what's going to happen is quite literally buyers will be priced out of this market where they simply can't afford anything. I know this was a longer video, but yeah, just kind of wanted to talk it out loud there with you guys. I love talking about this stuff. So if you have specific questions on it, you'd like to have a conversation with me and my thoughts, my professional opinion, I love the education and the coaching aspect of this. Please, please, please use me and my team as a resource. We're thinking about you guys. We genuinely want the best for all of you, and we'll advise in that way too. Have a great week. My email, katie@baccusrealtygroup.com if you need anything.